Hi, I'm Diego from Befaco. Befaco is a company from Barcelona, part of the Eurorack Barcelona scene. We are here in Superbooth to introduce 3 new modules. The first one is the Muxlicer. It is an 8-step sequential switch, but it's also a sequencer. You have each step have an input, and this input is normalized to a voltage. So if the step have something on the in this step you have the in attenuated by the fader of this step. But if you don't have any signal on this step, it's normalized to a voltage. So you have a voltage like in a normal sequencer, like a normal voltage source. No? So right now it is working as a step sequencer with tap tempo. And now you can divide or multiply the steps by a factor. So it's also a gate multiplier on each step. But because it's a switch, you can, for instance, put another oscillator in one of the steps and making this step an FM. Sorry, it's not this one. And so on. Also, you can divide and multiply the external clock. And if a clock, and when it acts as a slave with an incoming clock, you can also divide or multiply the incoming clock. The switch is addressable, so you can just stay on any step you want via CB or by hand. And then in this step, of course, you can divide or multiply the amount of gates. Or you can just send a random voltage to the address in. And because it's synchronous, he will always jump on time, so he will make like crazy sequence. The second module we are showing in this fair is the burst generator. It's a trigger processor and generator, and it gives you a burst of triggers after you trigger it. You can choose how many you want, and then you can trigger them. But you can have a distribution, different distributions, linear, which is the normal one, but you can also have like non-linear distributions, like with more narrow spaces between them in the beginning or in the end, no? And then you can change this by voltage. So you can use it as a clock master, because you have also tap, and the burst will always fit inside of this tempo. So yeah, you can use it as a very organic clock master or stuff like that, because you can also put it on loop. You can divide and multiply also the time. The maximum triggers is 36. Yep. You have also probability, so you can control by hand or by CB the chains of the burst or not. And all the parameters is on the voltage control, and of course you have a clock in. We are also showing the KickAll. It's a kick drum synth voice. It's a kick generator. It's not a clone of any old drum machine. It's just a synth voice done from scratch with 2 envelopes, one for pitch and one for amplitude, a wave shaper with continuous control from sine wave to a square wave, and with all parameters under voltage control. You have the decay on fader, which is like very convenient when you are playing. can make many kinds of kicks, from the very small and dry to very big and harsh rave style kicks. And the best for me is with all the voltage control you have voltage control with for the tune, for the shape, for the decay, and one accent input. You can make this kick less static, let's say. The Muxlicer will be available in a couple of weeks. The KickAll is a project that will take around a couple of months, we think. Also, the bar generator will be released together with the Muxlicer. And of course, will be available on the finest retailers like Thonk, all the classic ones.